Shalom, it's Fallen Yisra'el. Welcome again to the Rock. I was going to do this video outside so that y'all could have a beautiful shot of the snow on the trees and the snow on the ground. And then I realized it's way too damn cold for that. So you're going to get the same backdrop. It is what it is. But, right now, people really do. Maybe it's just not right now. Maybe it's always been this way. But it's more pronounced when you have economic crisis and you have all the things going on. But right now, people really do believe that they deserve what you worked hard for. They really do believe that. I'm sure people have heard the story that happened in LA about the train that was robbed. But if you look at that article, they're saying, and for people who live in LA or San Diego, areas like that where they've had trains that move product, train robberies are nothing new. There are train robberies happening 10, 15, 20 years ago when I was still living there. When I was in high school, people would rob the trains out there and come out with new shoes. Or there was a place in LA called the LA Garment District where people would rob, after the train was robbed, they'd rob VHS players, the VCRs. When the DVD players first came out, the DVR recorders, they would rob those things and take them to the LA Garment District and sell them to you for cash. If you don't know what the LA Garment District is, it's a place where it's a large area in LA right by Staples Center where you get a lot of wholesale prices on clothing. Name brand and non-name brand clothing, but still relatively nice clothing. But there was a lot of crime in that area. So with this, the train robbery, and they said that these trains have been getting robbed since, the robberies have picked up since the beginning of 2021. I mean, the end of 2021. They picked up as far as the robberies go. And they're saying 90 boxcars get hit a week. I think they said a week. 90 boxcars get robbed a week from the tracks. And these are things that people paid for, Amazon and Target. These are things that are being shipped to the customers. You're looking at people. Just imagine, you spend your time and you save up your money to get something really nice. And you go to the store and you purchase it on the way home. Somebody's following you home and they, watch you park. And right before you close your garage door, they run up into your garage and steal your shit. Or you park in the driveway and you get stuff out of your car. So you do trip 1, and when you come out to do trip 2, there's nothing left in your car because somebody followed you home and stole your stuff. People think they deserve your stuff. People think that they deserve your hard-earned time and money. I mean, it's happening in the world sector. It's happening in the religious sector. I mean, these pastors literally believe that they deserve your money. They will twist whatever scripture possible to get your money. It's like the IRS. These churches are like the IRS now, where you have to pay them because they'll twist some scriptures. The IRS is like the IRS because they are the IRS. And now you've got people on these streets who are willing to rob you. Everybody's coming after your goods. Everybody's coming after your labor. Everybody's coming after your money. Everybody's coming after your possessions. Everybody. Now, right now, people are still going after the pleasantries. But grocery stores are starting to report that there are more and more robberies and, more and more thefts of things like food, socks, underwear, diapers, first aid equipment, medications. These things are happening. And now that's just a matter of people need necessities. As poverty continues to strike the world, but specifically this country, your safety is at risk. Because impoverished people will do desperate things to get what they want, but especially to get what they need. That's why coming out of her is very important. But that's why also watching your six is important. Being around like-minded people is important. Getting away from population areas is important. Paying attention to when you're driving home if somebody following you is important, or if you're in a store. These things are important. Kidnappings are rising. Rapes are rising. Can you imagine your child being kidnapped and then somebody sending you a message saying, if you want to see your child again, it's going to cost you this much money. They're doing it to people's bank accounts. Was it the cyber hacking and all that other stuff? Taking, information hostage and having you pay for it. It's only a matter of time. This country is headed toward third world status. And what people don't really understand is we're already there in third world status. It just hasn't affected everybody yet. It hasn't affected everybody yet to a level that they have to recognize it. They'll overlook it. Look at the homeless camps. They're growing exponentially everywhere now. Everywhere. Tents are popping up. People are pulling their trailers out. The state parks are people are starting to move out to the state parks and pitching tents out there and camping out there. The crimes are escalating out there in the state parks now. People are parking their cars, going for a walk, and being held up on hiking trails. Hiking trails. People are driving their car out there and walking back to where their car was and the car's not there. Or the windows are busted out and the stuff that they had inside their car's gone. People really do believe they deserve what you have. They really do. And they're going to get it unless you do something about it. Now, the question always is what are you going to do about it? If somebody really seeks to do you harm, if somebody really seeks to take your stuff, they believe that the food that you went to the store to buy for your family is theirs. What are you going to do about it? How do you navigate getting from the grocery store home? Because, man, you're seeing there are UPS, was that UPS? Was it FedEx or UPS? I think it was FedEx. There are FedEx drivers being held up at stoplights. Held up at stoplights at gunpoint in the middle of the doggone day. Maybe it was UPS. It was one of those two companies. Being held up in the middle of the doggone day. There are carjackings in New York happening in the middle of the day. Where a group of people, and it's not, and this is the problem. People are gathering together to do these things. It's not one person, one rogue person. It's a band. It's 3 or 4 or 5 people. When you look at the article, the trash left behind by those trains, you're looking at this thing, you're saying, this is a group thing. These are a bunch of people coming together. Just like these mobs running up in these expensive stores and stealing stuff and running out. These mobs that are running in the grocery stores, running in the Walgreens and just stealing shit and leaving. These are organized groups of people, whether they're desperate or they're not desperate. Now, if you're stealing a VCR, you can't be that desperate. Or you're stealing somebody's shoes. But a lot of this stuff is ending up in the resale market. Facebook, Marketplace, eBay, all these selling websites. The stuff that you purchased and got stolen is ending up there. This is where this whole society is going. And people continue to try and keep their eyes closed so they don't have to see it. They continue to pretend like it's not going to happen. They continue to pretend like it's going to be fixed. It can't be fixed. We have the demoralization of a country. We have the demoralization of a people. People are fed up and they're tired. And the large majority of them are just too damn lazy to get off their ass and do anything. So they're going to victimize you. And the question is, what are you going to do about it? What precautions are you going to take to make sure that the stuff that you work hard for and the money you spend and the supplies that you have are able to benefit those that you are buying them for instead of benefiting a bunch of criminals? And what happens when these criminals, as society continues to break down, what happens when these criminals decide, well, now the food is the issue, and I want to go up inside your house and get your food. I'm ready to go up inside your house and get food because I don't know if I have food for my family. Because everybody's been waiting on these stimulus checks and waiting on handouts and don't look like they're coming. So that people are doing whatever they can to make money now. So what you gonna do? That's really the question. What you gonna do? The purge is real. The purge is happening. And The police are fed up. They're like, shit, I'm not risking my life for a bunch of people that don't want me here anyways. For what, $45,000, $50,000 a year? So, have you taken your security seriously? Have you taken your family's protection seriously? Have you taken anything seriously? Sisters, have you taken the position that you're in seriously? Brothers, are you watching your six? Are you taking your own protection seriously? Can you legally protect yourself with a firearm? Or find non-lethal means. But shit, the way it's going right now, these people are running up with guns. They're not running up with pepper spray. They're not running up with mace. They're not running up with a baton. They're running up with firearms, robbing people at gunpoint. You're stuck in one of these states like California and New York where you can't own a toothpick if it's too long. Better take this shit seriously. Because whether or not you take it seriously is irrelevant to me. But it will be relevant to you. It's going to be relevant to your family. It's going to be relevant to your health, your finances, your longevity, your anything that pertains to you, your economics. It's going to be relevant to you. We should take the things that we see as an opportunity to light that ever-burning fire underneath us, instead of taking these opportunities as a way to say, woo, I'm glad it didn't happen to me. Because, to be honest, if it ever did happen to you, you're not going to be warned. It's just going to happen. And you want to be ready, and you want to be prepared for if these things happen. Or you want to be able to be in a position where you can say, hey, family, my family, the shit's going down too bad out there. You know, for those of you that live in these areas, we ain't going nowhere for a week or two. We're going to let this shit die down. Nothing's worse than you have a flash mob appear and you're in the middle of the flash mob and people are jacking shit and you just stuck in the middle of the situation. And you get home and say, man, now you can't believe what I saw. I saw this. They were running out. They were fighting people. They were pushing people. They were doing this. And I saw this, this, and this. And you go back to normal. Everything just goes back to normal. Just like these grocery shelves. They're going empty. People see them. And it's just normal business as usual for them. It's just normal. Well, I just won't get that. I'll go get this over here. Oh, it's okay. I'll just go to another grocery store. It doesn't even affect people what we're seeing until it affects people because it happened to them. Don't let it happen to you. Bless you. Shalom.